Affiliate marketing. It's supposed to be one of the safest bets you can make with your budget, right? You only pay for results. But we're about to pull back the curtain on a couple of hidden threats that can turn that safe bet into a really, really expensive problem. And the whole idea behind it is, well, it's just beautiful. It's so simple. It's a performance-driven channel where you pay for actual results. Clicks, leads, sales. It's really meant to be one of the most efficient tools a marketer has. But here's the big question. What happens when those results you're paying for are, well, fake? All of a sudden, that super efficient channel, it flips and becomes a massive drain on your budget. So let's talk about that promise. The thing is, that core idea of paying for real performance, it's constantly under attack. And if you want to protect your investment, you've got to understand the two main threats you're up against. Okay, so you've got two big threats to your budget. The first one is pretty obvious. It's deliberate fraud. We're talking about bad actors who are actively, intentionally trying to rip you off. But the second one, invalid traffic, or IVT for short, that one's a little sneakier. It's not always on purpose, but believe me, it's every bit as damaging to your bottom line. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty here. What's the real difference between fraud and invalid traffic? Because even though they both end up costing you money, they are not the same thing. The big difference, the real key here is all about intent. Affiliate fraud, that's malicious. It's someone intentionally trying to deceive you using shady tactics just to steal your commissions. But invalid traffic, that can be different. It could just be a partner who's being a little careless, maybe buying some cheap, low-quality traffic or not really checking where their clicks are coming from. But here's the most important part. It doesn't matter if it's malicious or just careless. For you, the result is exactly the same. Wasted budget, period. And look, this isn't just some theory we're talking about. This is real. Let's look at a case study from a real company that shows just how big this hidden waste can be, even when they thought they had all their tracking buttoned up. Get this. In just 7 days, this company found that a whopping 18.6% of all their affiliate sessions were invalid. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. That's almost 1/5 of their entire affiliate budget just gone, paid for traffic that was completely and totally worthless. And of course, they had to dig deeper. What they found was even crazier. A huge chunk of that bad traffic, 64%, wasn't just kind of weird, it was coming from known bot networks. These are bots literally designed to act like humans to trick the system. The rest, that other 36%, showed all sorts of super suspicious patterns. So you're probably wondering, what did that actually look like? Well, most of it, over 64%, was just chalked up to discrepancies. That's a fancy way of saying things that just made no sense. Conflicting location data, bizarre referral sources, that kind of stuff. The rest of it? Textbook bot behavior, clicks that bounced away instantly, things that a real human would just never do. And this really gets to the heart of it. Let's be clear, even if your affiliate partner has the best intentions in the world, if they're sending you this kind of garbage traffic, it is a huge, huge problem. Why? Because you're paying for clicks that have a zero, and I mean zero chance of ever converting into a sale. Okay, so that's the bad news. The big question is, what do you do about it? How do you fight back? Well, the good news is you're not helpless. There's actually a really clear 4-step plan you can put into action. It's super straightforward, but really powerful. First, you've got to identify those suspicious partners. Then, you open up a conversation with them. Step 3 is the big one. You stop paying for the bad traffic. And finally, step 4, you take that money and you reallocate it with confidence to your good partners. So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, it means you've got to get into the weeds of your data. Look at everything by affiliate ID. Then you take that data to your partners and have a real, honest conversation backed by facts. And this is so important. You have to have the confidence to say, hey, we're not paying for this invalid traffic anymore. That frees up your budget to double down on the partners who are truly delivering value. When you really think about it, everything we've covered today, spotting the fraud, understanding invalid traffic, taking action, it all boils down to one single incredibly powerful idea. And that idea is visibility. That's it. Without visibility, you're flying blind, you're just paying invoices. But with visibility,
That changes everything. Suddenly, you have the power to see what's really going on, to protect your money, to hold your partners accountable, and to build a program that actually does what it's supposed to do: drive real growth.
So, I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. Take a hard look at your own affiliate program. When you're cutting those commission checks, are you actually rewarding real value, or are you just paying for noise?